All right, welcome to Step Into Strength. We have a bunch of stuff going on here. It's this ascending workout. So we're gonna be starting with 3 rounds, 10 different exercises. We're gonna be starting at 50 seconds on, then the next round 40 seconds, and then the next round 25. You're gonna need a variety of weights and a step. If you don't have a step, I'll show options. You can get a great workout without the step. So let's get started with our warm up here. Let's just start with hip openers. A little cracking in the hips, that's all right. Letting things get warmed up here. Good. All right, front lunges, so coming up, arms up, and lift those arms up as you go into that front lunge. Good. Even with your warm up, focusing on your posture, focusing on keeping things nice and even and straight. And breathe. Good. All right, side lunges here. So go into a side lunge and then go right into a curtsy. Side lunge, curtsy. If you want, you can stop in the middle. If your balance is kind of off today, that's all right. So this is going to be a full body workout, and it's a little bit more advanced because we have a lot of combo moves in here. Good, one more. Lengthen those glutes out. Other side. Side lunge. Curtsy. So yes, a lot of combo moves. If you feel like you have too much weight or you're off balance or your posture is going, lose the weights. Maybe do just the arms or just the legs, whatever you need to do. We use a step today because it just adds a little bit of a different element to the workout. Good, let's go into squats here. So bring it down, end up, let those glutes lengthen out. Good. All right. Last one, Frankenstein's, arms out, and tap to the toe. Good. This will be a good one, you guys. So the first round is 50 seconds on, 10 seconds off in between. All right, go ahead and stop. You got 10 seconds here. Go ahead and get your stuff ready if you have it. And we're gonna grab a heavier weight. I got 12s. I might regret this. So you're gonna set up and going on the step, one side only, bring those weights up to your shoulders, coming down, curtsy twist, down, press up. You can do this exact same thing without a step. Take your time, stay low. So that step definitely adds a bit more depth to this. And my legs are burning already. Of course, if you're off the step, just go a little deeper. And that is plenty fine. 4 seconds, 10-second break. Good. We're gonna go to the other side, so simply just switch. 2, 1, begin. Looking good, you guys. Stay strong here. This is working out your hips, your glutes, your core. This is really challenging a lot of stuff here. Make sure you're breathing, keeping that canister aligned. You want your TV engaged so that you don't fall over. 15 seconds. Finish it up. All right. 10 seconds off. So I'm actually going to grab a really light set of weights. You're going to go on your step. So we're going to do a hip hike. So hip hike, let your hip drop. Right here, hip hike. and then a lateral raise. Try not to fall over. Hip hike, lateral raise. Hip hike doesn't really seem like much, right? But it really does help you strengthen out and stabilize your pelvis, your glutes, and your hips, especially if you're hiking or running. Good. Work at those abductors as well when you lift that leg. And of course, shoulders. If you want, you can have your arms out this whole time too. I won't stop you. Good, and stop. Other side, just simply switch, same thing. Roll shoulders back, check that posture. Here we go. Hip hike. Now just be cautious. Obviously, if you're breastfeeding, you still have some relaxation flowing in your body. So just be aware of that. And know that your hips and ligaments and things can be pretty loose still. If you're still breastfeeding and you're pretty far out, it's not as crucial, but still something to be aware of. Good, 15 seconds. I'm going to be grabbing my 8s for this next one. We got hamstring curls and biceps. 5 seconds. Feel this in my hips. All right. Okay, so you go in the middle if you want here. Pick a side, doesn't matter which one. Bend this knee really deep, lean forward, drop that foot in the back. We're gonna do bicep curls to the front as you lift your leg and lower. So this is gonna take some concentration, core strength. I'm gonna turn to the side here. So I'm trying to keep my back straight, balance on, deep knee bend, really focus on that quad. Arms are 45 degrees out. Good. Having that, being on the bench just lets you have a deeper knee bend, letting that back foot drop a little bit more. If you want even more next time, you could put on ankle weights. Good, bring it down. It's pretty good though. All right, other side. This time we're gonna do hammer curls though. All right, deep knee bend. Try to maintain that stability. Hammer curl, so fingers are forward, stay low, hinge at those hips. Squeeze. Now remember, this isn't a rush. You're not flying through these. You got a nice deep bend in that knee. Yes. Good. Core is tight, canisters aligned. How's your neck? We're going to be going on the floor next. I've got 10 seconds here. You want heavier weights. I'm going to grab my 12s, have my 8s on standby. All right, bridge. So grab your heavier weights. We're going to do some chest press with a bridge. So again, this is a good one. You can be on the floor just fine. So as you go into a bridge, press up, squeeze that boot at the top and down. Try to keep your weights over your chest. If you're down low, you're not hitting your chest. So make sure they're kind of aligned with your chest. Squeeze. Woo. Again, your heels here a little bit. So you're rocking up and down easily. Nice form. All right, drop one weight. We're gonna do the bridges again. This time we got pullovers. So starting at the top, coming down, pulling over, bringing it back, and then bringing it up, squeeze at the top. You could have your hands like I do, or if you want, you could have them a little further apart. Either way, focus on that core, squeezing those glutes at the top, using your breath. Squeeze. Working your back here. How's that breath going? All right. Okay, last one, planks. So I'm going to grab my 8s for this. You have choices. You can use your bench. You could be on the floor. You could be on or off your knees. So off your knees, wide feet. You're going to come up and row with one arm. Bring it down. Bring it down. If you have weak wrists, you could also be on the floor or not. Have your hands on the weights. You could also use a chair as well from where in an incline, or you can be on your knees too. Lots of choices here. No matter where you're at, you want to have full control of those hips facing down, that core, that TVA pulled tight, not letting your belly hang. Just one side with this row. It's going to take a lot of concentration to keep those hips down, like headlights to the floor. Good. Relax. You got the other side. When you start over, but this time we have 40 seconds on, so less time. All right, other side. You could also have one leg out as well, opposite leg of your arm. Try to keep that shoulder stacked over that weight. Nice neutral spine as best you can. Think about your awareness of your body. What's your posture to look like? What is your breathing supposed to be like? Focus on that form. You got 12 seconds here. Keep it going. Hips down. All right, no rest for the weary. We got our weighted lunges. And I'm gonna grab my 8s this time. All right, so we'll just start over here. So your lunge, weights at your shoulders, curtsy, lunge, press. Down, curtsy, down, press. So this should be pretty hard when you're low, staying low at the bottom, and you're using that quad to really press you up. Again, making sure that canister is there, because you don't want to have a back that's really curved. You're going to hurt your back. And you're not using your core as you should. All right, this time we only have 5 seconds in between, so you know what's coming? Let's do this. Bring it back, curtsy, back, up. You got this. You're looking great, guys. I'm with you. If you need to slow it down, slow it down. Woo! Come on. Remember, the time is going down. So this is a 40-second round. Then we got 25 seconds, and then we're done. Oh, 5 seconds, hip hike. Grab that lighter weight. All right, here we go. So you got your hip hike, lateral raise. Hip hike, good. Try to maintain that solid base with that stabilized leg. You're kind of going all over the place. Set up again. and then keep going. Good. All right, other side. Simply just switch. If you're on the floor, another thing you could do too is you could go on your tiptoe, go ahead and hip hike as well, and then challenge your balance with that. Looking great. Keep going. You got this. Breathe. Good. 3, 2, 1. Grab your, I got my 8s, hammer curls, or side curls I should say, with that hamstring curl. So getting low, bicep curl with hamstring curl. Slow down. So you're coming up, and then slow down on the way down. Again, your fingertips are up, and you're bringing it out into an angle here. Give it different heads of the bicep as we're doing this. Keep it going. Good. Other side. Hammer curl this time. So fingertips are forward, going straight forward. Good, keep going. You've got this. Squeeze the biceps. Squeeze the hamstring. Maintain that stable core. Nice canister here. Breathe. You've got this. Going to the floor for that chest press bridge. Have your weights ready. All right. Chest press bridge. Get into it. And begin. Get the push-up next with the row. Breathe. Squeeze at the top. Focus on your form. Don't get sloppy. If the weights are too much, just drop them. And you can use your arms as the movement. You're still getting a great glute workout with this as well. All right, pullovers are next. And begin. Oops. Squeeze at the top. Try not to let your bottom rest on the floor like, oh, I'm taking a break. Try to keep it just slightly above the floor. We got our planks next. Good. Roll it over. Going into your plank here. One leg is fine. Stack that shoulder. Squeeze that row in the back. Again, you could be off your knees for this. Nice wide stance, keeping those hips down. This is much more challenging on that core. You could have both knees down, you could be on the floor, you could be higher on a chair. Totally up to you. Got 10 seconds here. Good. Keep it going. Squeeze in the back. Good. Other side. Stack it and begin. Starting at the top here, we've got 25 seconds on, 5 seconds off for this last round. You're gonna grab those heavier weights, go into that rear lunge, curtsy, and then knee. We got 17 seconds here. How's that core doing? Are the hips down? How's that neck? Is it nice and neutral? Is that TVA tightened up? Are you breathing? Lots to think about With practice, it makes it much easier. All right, grab those heavier weights, getting on up. Here we go. Stack it, down, curtsy, down, press. Remember, this is only 25 seconds on. Make sure you're breathing. Stay low. Finish it up. Other side. Here we go. Down, curtsy, down, press. Woo! Shoulders are feeling it, that's for sure. Got that hip hike with that lateral raise. Next. Nice, all right, grab those lighter weights. All right, hip hike, raise. Good. Yep, dip that hip. You should feel it in your glute on the other side. Simple movement, very effective. Good, switch it. Roll the shoulders back, here we go. Try to maintain that balance. You've got this. Hamstring curl with that side bicep curls next. Grabbing those a little bit heavier weights. I'm gonna grab 8. Here we go. So hamstring curl with the side, off to the side biceps. How's that spine? Looking good. Come on. We're almost there, you guys. Awesome. Other side. This time hammer curls. Nice and deep with that knee. Breathe. Focus. Yes, you've got this. Stay strong here. Yep, all right, going to the floor. Get your weights ready. We only got a little bit of time here. Chest press with that bridge. Drop one weight, pullovers. Here we go. Down, squeeze at the top. Down, squeeze. Breathe out as you bring your hips up. Nice alignment at the top. Push-ups are next. I shouldn't say push-ups, I should say plank. All right, having that ready. Where do you want to be here? Keeping those hips down towards the ground. Checking my form here. I notice my hand was out too far. Bringing it back underneath my shoulder. I'm going into a one-leg plank. Totally fine. Other side. And begin. Keep those hips down. You're almost there, you guys. This is it. This is it. Squeeze at the top. Nice job. Woo! All right. All right, go into a child's pose here. Nice. So you can do this with or without the bench too. Going into a cobra. Breathe. Good. Go into a downward dog, stretching out those calves and hamstrings. Good. Walk it up. Roll it up nice and slow. Roll the shoulders back a few times. Warm out across. Awesome. Other side. Stretch out that chest in the middle. One arm across. You guys did great. Nice descending step strength workout for you today. Good. Going to a side lunge here, stretching out that inner thigh. Arm on the thigh, bring it up. Make sure you're not putting that elbow right on the knee. Good. Swing it around. Other side. Guys did amazing. Good. Bring it down. Stretch out those hamstrings. Feel free to stay at any one of these spots if you need to. If you feel like you need a little bit more stretch, roll the shoulders back a few times. Remember good posture throughout the day, you guys. Good. Roll the shoulders back. Keep that head from jutting forward all the time. Awesome. All right. Thanks for joining me today. Have a wonderful day.